Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 10 of the Ultraviolet Grasslands. I'm your host and game master, EricVulgaris everywhere. They are he pronouns, and I'm ready to bring the wild grassland escape to you and through the internet and to these three fine folks. Enough of my rambling. Adam, take it away.
Hi, I'm Adam, and I'm drinking a 2017 Sauvignon Blanc from a local winery out here. And it's excellent, and I can give you the tasting notes if you want. But that's totally boring, and instead I'm going to be playing Comrade Vesh, who I have just rolled a new background for because he's a thief, and things are crazy like that. I'm also he, him, and how about you, Sage?
Hey, I'm Sage. He, him pronouns. You may know me from such things as Dungeon World. And I'm drinking a Happy Camper IPA from my native New Mexico, which my in-laws were nice enough to bring out for me. One of my favorite beers. Yeah. And how about you, Grant? I said he, him, right? Yeah, anyway, he, him. I guess I did.
My mind was just blown that there is, in fact, a New Mexico. I was not aware. So my name is Grant. I'm drinking a Coke Zero that is at a perfect temperature of 34 degrees. And he, they pronouns, and I will be playing Umberta Mechanizio, a warrior of the waste who's reached level 2 recently.
That's is that a Frankie Goes to Hollywood song? Warriors of the Wasteland? Sorry. Okay.
That or like the direct to English dub of some.
And I guess I didn't brag about what I'm drinking. I'm drinking the Poor Excuse of a French Connection. I guess it's like the Montreal Connection. It's brandy and Grand Marnier. So I don't know. It's not like cognac and amaretto. So I don't know. But whatever. It's still good.
You're safe.
Yeah, I hope so. Sorry, Canada. Anyways. When we last left our heroes, we dropped off our poor Vesh to the Grangers of Fallen Umber. That's the word I was looking for last time. Livestock raisers. And in the decrepit town built into the hills of Fallen Umber that's been fallen on hard times, we have left the what was it called? The Lacerai. It's where we kind of started, and we've been trying to make our loop around to the Grass Colossus. We wanted to avoid the death-facing passage and all of the perils from that, and so we're going to go around, and we're getting ready to leave Fallen Umber with our new... Is the donkey's name Vesh as well, the new one?
No. The new one, I kept whatever name they had given it before it came to me. I'm not going to change something's name just because it's coming somewhere else.
Sure. It's Juna. I'll copy it.
I think I wrote that down then. That sounds familiar.
It's not.
Continue.
I just rolled it, so it's...
Well, let me see if I wrote one down.
See, chat gets to see everything that I do behind the curtain, but you don't.
Hacks and cheats.
Mm-hmm.
That is what that is. Oh, man, it's been too long, and so it's fallen out of my thing. Anyways, stuff and things.
Well, the funny parts about the traits and looks of the mule are very good.
Nebadari is the mule that you gave me. So unless they,
there we go. No, we're doing that name.
Okay,
that's a good name. Yes, I remember that. Nebadari.
It's a good donkey too.
Yeah, but ironically they still have the same looks of plain and stout. So perfect.
We'll take it.
Nebadari the mule.
Telling me that all donkeys look alike?
Ooh.
Yes.
Cool. And also, because I'm a thief, like I said, I get to roll a d10. And if I roll less than my level, then I get to change my background.
Yes.
And my background I have had picked since the beginning because I think we rolled a second one and I've just kept it in my notes. So I'm actually... Dun, an independent freehold archaeologist. I'm just using black gold as my cover as I go out looking for these ruins and stuff, which explains why I was totally okay going down into the missile silo.
Look at this. You have layers.
That's right, like an onion.
Awesome. So we're going to smash cut to the hazy middays of the passage from Fallen Umber to the south-facing passage. This place is I would say beautiful and dry, but you are traveling through an unusual spell of thunderstorms. So it's a little bit rackety. You're, just one of those great rolling storms through the plains, shooting like bright blue lightning through the sky, lighting up the darks and the violets.
Nice.
Yeah, so as always, when we travel, we're going to deduct our supplies, and then I'm going to ask who's leading this week for a misfortune check. Unless there's any sort of like role-playing or any sort of order things. I don't think so. I think we're good.
I think Umberta's up.
Yep.
Hit it.
Yeah,
Your
I think I
watch.
did the roll last time and it didn't go well.
Yep. And then Adam's deducting supplies, and also
Yep.
Adam is very modest. But if you're hearing the faint tunes, that is Adam playing along with us today.
Sweet.
Adam's got some sweet
Failure.
synths set up.
Not live this time, but someday
Someday.
we'll make it work.
Okay, someday. Awesome.
Failed.
Yeah. Okay. So, the thunderstorm worsens as you're here, and unfortunately, you're going to have. It's to the part where like the wind, like unhits some of the straps of what's her name? Jebba.
Umberta?
No, not you. Per se, Nebadari.
Nebadari.
Right. And you get hit in the face by like some of the flapping of the Conestoga wagon bits. It just becomes sort of like a fiasco of maintaining control through the wind and the storm. There's that pressure of like, the Nebadari's about to break off. It's you got to wrangle that in. Do you press on or through this stuff, or it's like no, we got to stop. What's the call here? You're in the thick of it.
I mean, I think the only way out is forward. Yeah.
Yeah, since I've shamed us with the failure of my roll, I'm cutting off all my hair and leaving it by the wayside as kind of like a penance to the gods. So I'm just like tearing out chunks and throwing it, cutting. We got to press forward.
That's amazing as a way as onage. What do you call it? Homage to the gods for good passage through storm. Yeah, this is easily one of the top 5 worst storms you've ever been through in your lives. Sure. Okay, so the only thing I need to do is I'm going to need constitution checks from everybody, as you all are, through fortitude, stomaching through this and enduring this passage through the storm.
That's my lowest failure.
This should feel like Okay, natural 20s. Good job, Sage.
We diet.
It's my highest stat. Oh.
Yeah, that was no surprise.
Okay, so everybody fails, right?
Yeah, we're terrible.
We're
Okay.
awful.
Yep. Okay. Yes. Your wagon breaks. It can't sustain the winds. You're holding it there. At some point we probably have we see a scene of like Umberta maybe like out in the back, like imagine the wagon is literally drifting on 2 wheels because it's like getting pushed by the wind, and you're like keeping it up as you're moving on the other side of it, and then it flips over, and then it flips over again, and that's the dangerous flip, the second one where you hear the axle break. And you are now in the wastes here with a broken wagon as the storm's going on. So no, you're not going any further today.
Well, so the good news is that we only had 3 sacks of supplies left anyways. So
Looks
So
like
we
you're
can
carrying
leave the
it.
wagon and
You're
carry
leaving the
it.
wagon and carrying
yeah, we're down to what we can actually carry on our backs.
I mean, I think that's probably what we do. Yeah.
it. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. But you bring Nebadari, right?
Oh yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's writing them though.
Yeah. Nebadari miraculously made their saves and they were okay this time. Okay.
We knew it was a good mule.
Yeah, no, you lucked out here in a big way. Sure. You are greeted, cut again to the next kind of morning light. Again, the further you're away from the Violet City, the later the morning comes. This time it comes around maybe 10:30 or so. You're greeted across these sort of rocky steps. You hear the sounds of clip clap in the distance, falling tumbling rocks. As you see a bunch of like but the pale silhouettes of large mountain goats kind of hopping around.
Nice.
I don't know if any of you know anything about these goats, those who've been around in the outside in the steppes. But, I don't know. You tell me, right?
Yeah, I think Umberta has the best chance, but Herodotus has knowledge of places. All of my background knowledge that I'm keeping hidden from you is of underground things.
Okay. Works for me. Okay, yeah. So then you don't know these types. They're not quite like, I would say, ghostly or ghastly. However, they are the same color blue as sort of the lightning from the sky. They don't make really any sound as you can kind of hear from here. It just sounds sort of like a rumbling, distorted, like an amp that's on, that sort of feedback, like sound, right?
Mm-hmm.
That sort of like charged sound of like an amp that's on. You kind of get that sort of faint, distant sound. It just feels kind of like maybe it's just a vestige of the storm, right? Just something left over, but there's sort of just that static in the air and around you. The smell of ozone is super strong as that storm has gone by. So all your clothes and stuff are all super wet and worn and through, but you all are wearing good supplies and they're okay for now. But thank goodness y'all have good clothes. And you're wearing shoes.
We'll take what we can get.
Right?
Of course we're wearing shoes. This isn't
Yes.
Burning Wheel.
That's right.
Right. So, yeah, there's no serious encounter here going to the south-facing passage. It's just these gazelles. But I want to point out before you move forward is that if you take the diagonal route to the Grass Colossus, or excuse me, if not the diagonal route, if you go to the long grid, sorry, okay, I misspoke. If you can skip the long grid right now and just go diagonal directly to the Grass Colossus. It takes the same amount of time as going to Longridge. However, if you go to Longridge, there's a chance you can go to Sky Tower, which I think was...
Umberta needs to go to.
Yes.
Yes, and we definitely need
Supplies.
some supplies. So Longridge,
Yeah.
if there might be supplies there, then that's certainly...
I think we probably go there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, there are no... Okay, so we're going to be leaving this and heading out to Longridge. The problem here is that, you're going to run out of supplies on this trip, right? This is the last amount of supplies you have?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Problem. That's a problem for future us.
Okay. So we're not sticking around and exploring the south-facing passage. This place, again, for the description, imagine very rough, very high-step country. Lots of sharp, jagged rocks. And then it kind of reminds you of the stuff around the Waystone parts, where that where the temple was, where the missile silo was, sort of caverns carved out by something great and old from the past. It looks like great giant treads, almost like mortal engine size treads from very long ago.
We don't see any like campfires in the distance or anything. We'd just be wandering looking
No.
for somebody to. Yeah, I don't feel like that's.
No,
a good way to
you are
trade.
alone out here, just high, among the rocks. Now,
So yeah, I think we push it.
sure. So let me paint the scene before you deduct your supplies here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what the weather is going to be like this part of the trip. Cool. It's clear for now. As you leave the bits of the south-facing passage, and sort of opens up very sharply, like it builds up to sort of a dry, like imagine almost like a plateau, like a short plateau, maybe only like 5 feet or so high, of like a large stretch of that, and the rocks and the steps are there, and then right underneath it is like a sea of grass that's ashen white. And welcome to the Longridge. As far as the eye can see, it's just these rippling waves of this grass moving around. No trails, nothing. You hear the sounds of, at this part, the distant hums of large bugs, like midges jumping around, as well as, because it's the morning and you can see up in the sky very high, you can see several large great birds circling around this area.
Say, do
They're
you want to
only
take this roll, or
silhouettes
you
in
want?
the clouds. Nothing
Yeah,
distinguishing.
I guess I'll go for this one. I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen how my rolls are going so far.
Yeah. You're getting the bad ones out of the way early. That's how luck works.
It's
I mean,
charisma.
it can't be worse.
Correct, charisma?
Yes.
Okay.
Almost.
Almost.
Awesome. Yep. Cool. Can all of you actually no, not all of you make a roll. This will just happen. We get the scene of you all going through the sun. No wagons, anything. So you're keeping whatever you can over your head, just keeping the sun out of you. And it's just those smacks of the bugs bumping into you, and you're getting rid of that stuff. And so you're getting all bit up here. I need you to all deduct 1 con from these blood-sucking flies.
Let's go to 3. I can do it.
Yeah.
It'll definitely go up when I level up.
That's fine. Right?
Gotta think positive. Absolutely.
Yes. Cool. Awesome. So you are all out of supplies as you're traveling through the long ridge.
We're traveling light, Eric. Traveling light.
Yes, you are traveling light.
It's a nice way to say out of supplies.
That's the gotta think positive.
Look, you all are probably exceptionally on the lookout for anything that might look like it could help you on the way out here. And I leave it up to you, whoever you think is the most observant here. But you do find what appears to be maybe a small like 5 or so. They look like desiccated corpses sitting prostrate, like knees down, kind of all bandaged up, kind of looking up at the sky. The sort of silhouettes in these vast fields, no supplies, nothing. They're just like these 5 bodies just all quietly looking up to the sky, almost motionless. They look like people.
I mean, we've had a
wrapped in like white bandage cloth, right? So it's like almost, but it's like the same color as the ash around the ash white grass. So it's almost like they just look just part of it.
How many bodies did you say there? Well,
3.
Wait,
5 bodies.
5.
5. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the we've definitely had the dealing with religious artifacts and having a problem with them before.
Yeah.
And so how lucky do we feel this time?
I think we probably shouldn't mess with dead bodies.
They're
assuming they are, like, the way he described them, I have expected them to stand up in the middle of this. Right. But from assuming they are dead,
they are distant enough to avoid. If you kind of keep an eye on them as you continue kind of to walk closer, I'd need a wisdom check from somebody to see, are they actually dead?
Yeah, I want to walk by and I want to see what I can find.
Somebody do that.
This is I feel like this is less an investigation check and more like your gut, which is why I think it's wisdom. But you could always correct me.
Let's. We're not going to correct you
living.
after a success. Yeah.
They are living people. Clearly, some sort of like they're doing some sort of religious ritual or something out here.
Mm-hmm.
But they're around.
But they don't look up or
seem
like they notice us.
They're in the middle.
No. They're just in the middle of something.
Yeah, no, best not to interrupt them, unless I have to cut off more hairs.
I mean,
but you're dead.
So
you don't have any more supplies, though. Like, this is a tough call. What do you do?
I generally agree, but I think that it could be okay to say something about, like, to say something about, like, we need help, ho, fellow travelers, we need help or something. And if they don't respond, yeah, I agree. We probably don't mess with them, but let's, like, at least make some attempt of contact. Like, maybe they're waiting. Their religious thing is that they're waiting here to help people.
Shall I weep loudly?
I like ho there. Ho there sounds good to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
For some reason, whenever it's like we're meeting people on the road, all I can think of is the most like the most stock horrible dialogue.
Okay.
Oh, there.
Yeah. So you know about where you're at. People have told you this, that basically after, like, at the Grass Colossus, the Last Sarai, the Porcelain Citadel, right? These are the areas that kind of still speak Rainbow Landish, and if any kind of thing further out here, if you're going to talk to the locals, they probably speak some Rainbow Landish, but they prefer probably to speak Sunsetish, which is sort of the dialect out here. Just keep that in mind. It's a language. It's a steppe language. But
I mean, the diplomat would know languages.
yeah,
more
I'm
than
sure. I'm sure
Yeah,
you
I
guys
sh-
know it,
right?
right?
This is well within my wheelhouse. I'm pretty sure I know this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it sounds like you're all gonna approach.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
not too close, just
Yep.
close enough so that we can see
To
if they're
call
gonna
out.
respond. Yeah.
Yeah. You can see that all of them have their hands in different postures. Some
Hold
of them
on.
have. Some of them have their hands like some of them are like doing this. Other ones are having their hands open like this, like almost like a plant would collecting sunlight. Some of them are like their hands are buried in the ground.
Breath of the Wild bosses. Final things.
Yep, they're all gonna merge together. It's nope. They don't really even acknowledge you as you come here. However, you can hear under their under their breath, muttering an essence of Sunsetish. They're crying out for some sort of mother.
Oh no.
Great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If this was your plan, Sage,
I mean,
commit to the bit.
I still think I call out to them and I'm like, you on the road, we faced a disaster. We need help. Do you have any food we could purchase from you?
In unison, like in unison,
Oh,
all their
gosh.
heads turn, and in sort of like one voice, they look at you and they speak in like perfect Rainbow Landery, almost like with a saffron, like they mimic your sort of commanding accent.
Mm-hmm.
They say, "We all walk the roads together. Join us we offer manna from Mother." They're not-
No, this is
they're not
a hard
disagreeing.
pass. Like,
You don't
yeah,
want you don't want to eat manna from these weird dudes? Okay.
This is like all the
Yeah.
alarm bells.
All right.
No, I
Sure.
I think I would
Fine.
rather take my chances with scavenging
Yeah.
than
Are you lost?
not that lost.
I sure hope not.
not.
Tried Hare Krishna. Muppet movie joke.
Yeah.
We all are lost who follow the prophecies. For when prophecies come true, what is next? And then one of them privately speaks, like they break the unison. And it's like, no, are you sure we cannot help you? You guys do not look like you are from here.
I'm
We're not. We're on our way to the Grass Colossus, but forgive me, I'm a little unsure of what exactly you're offering here.
I'm going to ask if they can show me how to get to the Sky Tower from here.
Sure. Okay, and they're like one at a time. So like they're gonna answer the diplomat first, and then you. Okay.
Mhm.
So the first part, they say they offer gifts from the Sky Mother, and they like we can show you how it's food. We have lived out here for 7 days with no food.
Yeah, I got to load up on calories. What do they got?
This
Manna.
is
Apparently
freaking me out slightly
they're
less.
I don't
surviving
want
on faith.
carbs.
Yeah,
Last time I ate creepy food in the game, it went very, very
Well,
poorly.
I mean, this
so
is the
I'm gonna-
creepiest of food because it's not food; it's faith.
This feels like
I'm slightly more open to this more.
Sky Limbus. Yes, thank you, Dogleaf.
Tell me more. How do I receive this manna?
Right. They will show you the form. They will show you one of the forms, and it's sort of like the simplest form, which is just open palms to the sky on your knees, and they say, and they teach you basically a relaxing meditation, sort of in and out pattern, and they offer you a prayer to the Sky Mother.
So the Sky Mother, like, is this something?
Have you heard of this?
What do I know of this?
Yeah.
That would require a roll. This is not a normal deity.
Okay. I'll roll for that.
None of them are.
Intelligence, I'm assuming, or wisdom.
Totally fair. Probably intelligence if you're relying on training.
Yep, I totally am.
I'm not. I'm relying on faith. I'm giving myself to the Sky
I actually
Mother.
succeeded.
Yes.
You're just going the right direction. By the end of the session, you'll have a crit on the other side.
Right. Cool. Yep. So this is an obscure Lime nomad barbarian god. Dates very, very, very far in the past.
Okay.
Generally good.
Yes.
Happy
The
times?
disposition, yes. It's not like a warrior god or anything like that. In fact, they're
Or
known
like
for
some
glass
kind of
blowing.
like weird, forbidden,
Nope.
Cthulhu-esque. Okay.
Nope, just
No,
glass blowing.
Okay. I'm actually pretty cool with trying whatever they teach here. Like, part of being a diplomat is being open to other cultures. Yeah.
Right.
I'll do this.
Sure. You don't. They ask you to undress and adopt the bandages that they wear as it helps, and you should obviously wear the bandages in the desert style, as the Fremen do.
I'm halfway undressed before they say bandages.
I'm not quite that ready. Yeah, I'll try this without changing my clothes. Thanks. I got armor.
Well, they can't be sure that it works, but you're willing to
Taking
try.
armor penalty.
Okay, fine. I'll switch over to the bandages. I can always put armor back on.
They don't pretend to speak with the intentions of what Sky Mother accepts and what they don't accept.
Sure,
Right?
but what they
don't
know
presume.
is
Yeah.
yeah. I will put on the bandages and follow their lead.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to tell you, imagine it's just sort of like a very simple, sort of just like meditation intention. They tell you to think of the emptiness that awaits everybody. Think of yourself as sort of the space inside of a glass bowl, not empty, full of you, but also void. And thinking about that sort of dichotomy. And your stomach grumbles, and you feel not sure. you don't feel hungry. You don't know. And this is true for Umberta as well, and I think if Vesh partake as well, in the same way. You think you feel...
Vesh is a hard pass on this
Okay.
entire endeavor. So
Umberta's all in.
Yes. Okay.
Want to be priest prime by the end of this ritual. No.
Not cool. I don't... Okay. Can you all make charisma checks for me? I feel like that's for divine luck. See how it affects you.
Sure.
Oh gosh. I'm gonna have to make a deal with the rotting god again, aren't I?
This is probably not going to
Failure.
go well.
Yeah, okay.
Oh!
All right.
Herodotus has found his thing.
Umberta's heart's in the wrong spot. Umberta wants this for knowledge of the Sky Tower, and you feel your own intentions betray you and the gift of the mana. If you don't mind me speaking on behalf of you as your character for this failure, Grant, of course.
No, I'm perfect. I think you summed it up.
Okay.
Pretty as a peach.
All right. Awesome. And the opposite happens for Herodotus, right? Herodotus, you definitely feel like there is something there, a tinge. It feels almost ticklish,
Nice.
and then you
Not
know,
hungry
you come
anymore.
out. You're not hungry anymore.
Nice.
Yeah. You're carrying an intangible sack of food supplies.
Nice.
I'm not putting that on the
That's your
caravan
fate.
sheet.
No, that's definitely just mine.
Yeah.
I don't think I could hand that to you if I tried.
No.
Um,
They have to give you. So you took to do this. I guess I should say that they don't have extra bandage wraps, so you had to use some of theirs.
Oh,
It's fine.
I'll return them.
Yeah, you have to
after
return
this.
their bandages.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do we notice any external differences?
External differences.
Like, can we tell that something has changed about Herodotus?
Oh, no, nothing on the surface. At least not yet. Herodotus, if you ever wanted to level up and you wanted to pursue this sort of divine calling you've had, and you ever wanted to become a spellcaster and a cleric, you totally could. To the Sky Mother.
I will keep that. Yeah, in mind.
Yep. You have been touched with a divine connection, and this is absolutely an option.
Nice.
If you're ever interested in exploring that. But anyways, they talk to you again after this, as you're sort of exploring that part, Herodotus. Berta, you're asking about the Sky Tower.
Yes.
Yes. They ask you if I imagine this is the part where they're teaching you the rituals of closing your eyes and stuff and envisioning the Sky Tower. They're like, do not see it, and you don't. You just see your hunger, and they're like, okay, well.
I'm nearsighted. That's what I tell them.
Oh, that's lovely. So they say, okay, directions are complicated here, but to the west, where the very grass goes from white to blue, it creeps up to a great monumental tower. The tower can hide itself from plain view, but if you find the blue, you can find it. So it's sort of like this weird tower where, you should be able to pick it out, right, as a monument through the grassland, but it's not. It's somewhat ephemeral until you sort of see the blue grass, and then it will reveal itself. That's kind of what they're saying. So you need to look for the beginning of the patches of the blue grass. They mention it's about maybe like a 3-day hike from here. I mean, that's fine. It's within the week, and you're all traveling at a normal pace, so days are okay as long as you don't go over 7, and then you need supplies, right? But like to basically go from here and back is about a 3-day journey.
It's all right. I'll find food on the way, and I begin the long trek. Come, my friends, let us go and find the reagent, the Sky Tower, to cure the plague that killed my son.
And roll credits.
Yeah,
right there.
Sounded like Jay Peterman from an old episode of Seinfeld. Come, let us.
God, this game is so wild. I love this game.
I love it.
So weird.
It's the best. Yeah. How do you even respond to that? I know. I mean, I guess we're going to the Sky Tower.
What else can we possibly do?
Damn you and your plague son. We're going to the Grass Colossus.
All right.
No. Like, how do you... Yeah. No, okay. I don't need you to make any, like, sort of investigation checks or anything to find this. I feel like maybe as a residual effect of the mana, I think Herodotus is maybe the first one who picks it out. Like, I think I saw some blue over there kind of thing, right? And, yeah. Upwards, shooting up into the sky. It looks almost like an obelisk, but the top of the obelisk is, rather than in shape with the rest of the rectangular column, it almost turns into like a wick of a candle at the very top. It is the Great Sky Tower. This is literally like the size of the Washington Monument, so like 500 plus feet tall.
When I say Washington Monuments,
The Washington Monument in D.C., the big obelisk.
Yeah, I was just going to say, is that 170 feet tall?
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I don't know.
That might be the Statue of Liberty.
I'm not a monument doctor. Don't quote me on it.
It's
Right.
funny.
And etched all along this solid bit of rock are small little like graffitos or like runes, old, non-magical. And whenever I move this PDF, it minimizes everything, and so then everything freezes for a second. I'm sorry about that. 555 feet. Thank you so much. Boom. That was close.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot more graffiti around the bottom of it. Right? Like, imagine sort of stratified graffiti as it gets exponentially more difficult to write the higher you get.
All sorts of different languages.
Yeah. There's no common language or symbol around.
Romans go home, just all over the base of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nazi Romans, fuck off. Yeah. No.
We're here, Amberta. I hope you find what you're looking for. What are you looking for with the tower? I know you're looking for a cure. What's the... You gonna feed the tower to somebody?
Ghost.
Hold in my hand the helmet from Waytone I've carried these many miles. I look at Vesh in his ambiguously colored eyes.
Yes.
And say, my friend Vesh, we're here in this sky tower as a reagent that will cure... It won't cure my dead son. It'll cure the plague that took my dead son's life. And I will knock and enter.
Do you know anybody else that has the plague?
They all died.
I mean, all right, you go for it.
You don't have the plague, do you?
No, I'm just trying to figure out who you're going to cure. That's all I'm trying to figure out.
Although it's spreading
Oh.
across these wastelands. There are many out here who know.
Okay.
Mhm.
And even if there is no one else to cure, this is the feel-good story of the year about the mother that loved her son so much that she went out, found the cure.
I'd
I'll take it.
I'd watch that movie.
I'm on board. Yeah.
One minor slight retcon of the tower. That's all. Just one.
Sure.
The wick candle part at the top, that sort of diamond pyramid-ish part of an obelisk, right? It's not made of the same stone. It's sort of like the same color blue as the grass around. That's all.
Cool. Like identical, same color?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's almost like the blue glass is sort of like the light from the sky hits the prism, sort of the light, and sort of makes the grass blue around it.
All right. Now,
If you knew about lights and how the lights work,
I do.
you could say that.
Or at least understand the spectrum of light a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it's just one of those things we know since it's so close to us.
So, yep. It's the Sky Tower. And you're
So
looking for the
is there-
Skygazer.
Okay, there's a sky gazer. It's probably at the top. Is there a door to the tower and stairs that I can run up all the floors? No back door?
Nope, there's no door to this tower.
So what
We're
we're
gonna have
saying
to-
is I gotta scale it with my bare hands. Or I don't know, give me a boost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll lift you up. I don't think that's getting you anywhere near the top.
I'll try. I'll try to climb this.
Yeah.
I'll scale it.
Right.
Right.
Nothing can stop a mother's love.
Except
Should I
for
roll a strength check?
Yes. Yes, you may, at advantage.
That's another. Okay, let me roll it at advantage.
Yeah.
I was like, that's another flipping failure.
No. You're...
You get advantage.
Success!
Oh.
Yes. You climb the tower of this... You climb the Sky Tower to the top. Is anyone joining you? Or is this
No,
this is
gosh,
a solo
no.
spiritual quest? Okay. Again, like 500 feet tall. You are just free-handing this up, right? This is the indomitable will of a mom.
Totally.
There's freehand, but I do believe as an explorer, I've got some explorer-y stuff, like
Yeah.
my 6 coins that I've already spent. Now, in my unopened
You
orders.
might have like a
which I-
Titan or something like that, and some random stuff.
Yeah, I think it's.
Baton.
I think I've got some basic.
Oh.
Nah, I don't think I have that much. Yeah, it's one of those things. I'm gonna try
Yeah.
to make my way up.
Right. You get there. No, it's only one check to get up there, right? You get there, and you can feel this faint sense of a warmth or something coming from that blue pyramid up there. And it's almost like you want to. Do you touch it? It's almost like it's waiting for you, like it sees you and it begins to glow bright to everyone else below here, right? Everyone in the audience, and Vesh and Herodotus, like the light around the tower, like the blue grass, becomes more like an aurora borealis-y, like rippling blue. As the luminosity of the light inside this prism glows as you approach it. What do you do, Umberto?
I think at first I'm going to call out Sky Gazer, Sky Gazer. Let down thy golden hair. No, Sky Gazer. And then I think I've got to strike the thing and see what happens.
No.
I come all this far.
Hello? Is anyone there? It says.
Okay.
Hello?
Tis I, Umberto Mechanizio.
Oh, thank God. And I
know, right?
The disembodied voice from inside here goes, thanks, Jambo, or whatever your name is. It's hard to hear from in here. Listen, I'm a time traveler, caught from out of time and space. I really need your help.
I can really help you.
Like it snorts, like it's holding back a joke. Yeah, please. What do you have? Anything.
Show me your head.
And inside the mist of the light, it tries to show like a spherical head. Yeah.
Your head has a very nice shape to it.
Yeah. Thank you. Please, I'm from the future. I've been trapped here for millennia. It's so cold. Please.
It's warmer up here than it is down there.
Sure. What? Come on, man. What can you do? Jambo.
Anything that lives for millennia is bad.
Listen, Jim Birdie. Please.
I like that. That's a good nickname. Here's the deal. I need a reagent that I might cure a plague that has claimed the lives of many Rainbow Landers. And I'm willing to free you if you provide this reagent.
And then the voice changes to a much more like monotonous, or even like almost like vaguely feminine, almost like a GPS, like the default GPS voices of Google Maps.
Oh, yeah.
And it says, "Oh, you are no fun."
No, I'm all the fun. That's what they call me, the fun girl Umberto.
I don't get to talk to I do not get to talk to many people. I thought that joke would have been fun.
It is. It's just I'm not your audience. Like Herodotus would have been like in stitches, and Vesh probably would have laughed for a century. He's long lived, being a dwarf and all.
Wow. Well, I mainly get only crude visitors. Nothing like this, glows to you.
Well,
no one ever makes it up here. They only carve their names to my base.
Oh, well, the girl has no name. Now, a little Game of Thrones joke. But, I'm in
You come here seeking answers.
We do. I'm trying to cure a plague. I was sent to you. I've traveled a long ways.
A plague that has happened, or a plague that is to be?
Interesting thing about plagues is they can be cyclical, and sometimes they come, sometimes they go. This one happens to be on the downtrend.
A waning plague.
Waning plague.
I will have to consult the stars. Stand by.
So I step off to stand by and fall to my death. No. I got Bugs Bunnied.
You hear it call out to the spinning heavens. Oh, spinning heavens. I come seeking the answer to a riddle of the waning plague for this Umberta. And inside the sphere, you can see there's sort of like, think of like every single Marvel movie of like inside the Tesseract, right? Like just sort of that blue lightning crackling inside of it.
Yeah.
right? And then it goes dim. Okay, I have what you seek.
You would honor me to provide.
And Herodotus and Vesh from below, in the blue grass that's sort of lit there, you can see that the grass begins to sort of crumble around you, and as it dissolves in almost like it breaks apart, kind of like a dandelion, sort of like, you know, when it's all the white seeds, right? But rather than blowing across, it turns to water, and there's all this water around the base of this statue or this tower. It says,
if I thought I could climb up and get him, I'd think about it. Like this doesn't seem great, but also I don't think I can climb up there. So yeah.
Yeah, the water is the same blue, right, as the crystal. And Berta, the camera goes back to this conversation and says, "There, I've completed what you needed. The source of what in solution you're looking for is the solution at the bottom of this tower. I have given it to you freely. You have shown me nothing but kindness and respect, despite lacking an appreciation for my jokes that I work very hard on."
Well, do you have any other material? Sometimes you got to warm the crowd up.
I'm still working on my tight 5.
I don't have a comeback, Eric. I'm sorry. It's one of those.
I don't have a lot of people to test stuff on. Here, may I try another? And they're all really bad. This fortune question guru seeking ghost is not necessarily a really good comedian. Okay. Despite its best.
Yeah, and I let him know. I go, "Oh no, I'm gonna have to leave you a horrible review online and begin to speak as quickly as possible."
No, okay. Everything. Okay. Well, bye.
Bye.
And yeah. So there's just this pool of water. It has a sort of viscosity to it. Not quite like mercury, but it's pretty heavy. It's got the shimmering that goes from cool blue to that frost ice Gatorade colors. But yeah, if you have a way to bottle it.
I mean, if the cure is Gatorade, I think we're in deep trouble.
No, it's not. It's not. But it's describing the coloration of the solution that the Sky Tower has percolated from the grass.
I can only bottle a little bit, and the thing is,
plants crave. Sorry.
I can bottle a little bit. I'm sure maybe I can cure some person with it. Maybe we'll find a Fisher King or something like that on a Grail quest that I save them and don't realize it. I don't know. But I'll bottle a little bit. And
is my synthetic skin backpack waterproof, Eric?
Absolutely.
I mean, we can use it as a makeshift flask.
Yeah, you want to keep it all in your backpack?
Yeah, I got nothing in there yet.
Sure.
Camelback.
Just sloshes around.
It's a camel skin backpack.
Yeah, no, Yep, it just doesn't have a little tube that you can suck on, but yep, it's a water skin.
Rocking. Okay, I'm going to put water of life in the synthetic skin backpack.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Do you know how to change it, Amberta? Are you with child?
I'm not with child.
Good.
They died. That's oh gosh, I'm not gonna make a joke. Yeah.
How do I not make this game Dune referencey? It's impossible. Sorry.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to suggest that we find a safe place to camp, and I need to forage for some food for the trip to the Grass Colossus.
Yeah, we can try to do that. Cool. So we do the animal hunting minigame, right?
Oh, totally.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Get that buffalo.
Right.
Whack-a-mole.
Right. Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our first break. That's all. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll be hunting down some horned random grazing cattle here, and be making our way to the Grass Colossus. All right. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 5 minutes, y'all.
Woo.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. So we were doing some hunting here. There are some grazing horned creatures. Let's say vaguely like wild cattle. Something that'll cross between like an aurochs, a bison, and maybe something lizardy.
Just
it could be
enough
good
food.
eating. Yeah, it could
Just
be good
enough
eating.
There's good eating on them.
Yeah,
Oh.
I just need a good solid hunting roll for someone with a rifle, or I imagine it would be the one hunting.
That would be me.
Yep.
I've got a rifle.
You have the rifle, but you're not
Aye.
the scavenger. So are you going to trust your rifle to someone else, or are you
No,
going?
definitely no.
Yeah.
I'm a little offended
Is
by
it-
how solid that no was.
Yeah, this is the trade for Vesh. Yeah. Okay.
Here's all right.
I mean, you're right, but also a little offended.
This is part of the investment fund. The rifle. I'm holding it in trust.
Perfect. Yep. Okay.
But yeah, I'll go out and scavenge.
Oh yeah. Okay. It can shoot at far range, so go ahead and you have a clear shot. You should have advantage because they don't notice you.
I'm also shooting at advantage because I'm trying to hit it in the right spot so as to not damage the meat.
Oh,
and I roll with
naturally.
advantage for delicate tasks like this. So
Delicate tasks like
Shoot through the heart.
shooting
That's a
a
big
yak.
deal.
Murder.
yeah,
Big deal.
obviously, it's an important thing. Hey, look at that.
Oh my god.
Okay, you just crit.
Look
Okay.
at what the other roll was. The other roll was a 3, so I'm feeling pretty good.
You cannot fail. Yep, a 1 and a 3.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay. Well, no problems there. Vesh, does Amberta help you lead? Led you to the pack, but then you're the one who takes the shot,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
and I've declared Vesh the founder of the feast.
perfect, right? Just classic. You shoot a fine one. The rest of them kind of scatter array.
Just
Right.
one big
And
thunder
go-
crack.
yeah, and-
absolutely.
Yeah, you go collect your winnings. You do notice though, as you're walking through these parts of the steps, and these you find a large circular depression in the grass.
Only a little worrying.
There's
Anything,
no tracks
familiar?
around. No tracks. Who knows what could have made something like this, right?
Pretty exactly circular.
Yeah, exactly circular.
Just a little worrying.
It's a delicate task to analyze it, but yes, it's definitely a perfect circle.
Awesome.
It's probably fine. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Can't be that big a deal.
No.
I'm carrying a big heavy piece of meat, so I think I'm gonna.
You're not going to
I'm
step
gonna
in the
keep
circle,
moving
right?
in.
You're just going to
No,
be like,
no.
that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I'll keep track of where it was, so that maybe after we all have full stomachs, we can come back and investigate.
Yeah, for sure. Right. Okay. Yeah, let's say with a crit and stuff like that, you pick the largest one. I'm willing to give everybody here about 5 sacks, or not each, but 5 sacks of supplies off this thing.
Jeez, I was going to say 5 sacks each. This thing is like
Massive. No.
I was right. There's good eating on them.
There's good eating. Yeah.
5 sacks total makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Okay. On the caravan sheet.
Mhm.
Nice.
But because we have just
have-
the mule and us, we're not exactly in the position to carry very much of it.
No. And also, not that it will matter. I imagine this hunting and then skinning it and processing all this stuff is probably a good like half day or whole day. So maybe like an extra day tacked on to your journey of going out there hunting and doing this, right?
Mm-hmm. Marked.
Or technically, it's a week of the foraging stuff if we want to follow the rules.
Oh, that's right. I guess. Do we have to follow the rules, Eric? Because that's the worst.
I believe so. In this instance, let's do that. I forgot that's a thing, but yeah. Right, you stop in the wilderness. You can forage for supplies. Which is kind of what you're doing here, right?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So we got 5, but Herodotus didn't need to eat 1, so we only really needed to eat 2, right?
Yeah.
Herodotus,
Yep.
are you telling us that you don't actually need a sack of supplies?
I do not need a sack of
No.
supplies right now. Like, Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm full of
Do you-
the Sky
mana?
Mother's mana.
Yeah. One of those. We're starving in the ultraviolet grasslands. Just like, not hungry. Filled with bait.
I'm not good.
Yep.
Do I need to go ahead and mark that off?
Yes.
Or-
Yes, it's consumed.
That's what I figured. I figured I'd check. It's
Yeah,
magic.
no problem.
It could be that it's not marked off.
Right.
But yeah.
If you were injured as well, it would have healed you. You had no way of
Wow.
knowing that, but you feel completely refreshed and reinvigorated. I imagine if you would, this is sort of like maybe like to consume it as a deep breath, in and out, and as you breathe out, you just feel completely replenished, rejuvenated. In fact, perhaps above you in the sky, there's a sort of like clearing through the gentle overcast, as a sort of like single ray goes to the purplish sky above, and then it closes up again, and you're fine.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Not too bad. Everyone else, I think, is okay. Yeah, what does it smell like, though? I'll leave that to you.
The meat or the intangible?
No,
I was
the-
going to say
the
the smell
intangible.
of eating.
No.
Okay, the meat. That sounds a lot better. I was wondering what the smell of my eating was, and I wasn't
Eating the
quite
mana.
sure.
What does it sort of smell like? Either it's
Oh,
only
no.
to you or to others as well. Leave it up to you. But like, what does it? Yeah.
Uh,
What does it taste like? And maybe what does it smell like?
the thing that first came to mind for what it smells like was like dryer sheets.
Yeah.
Like,
You're such a dad.
Fabric softener scented.
fabric
stuff.
softener. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's the not quite right smell of like a
Clean.
sunny day or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, love it. That's so good. Cool. Yep. Everyone else just eats their bison meat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting here like, oh no, I had some sun earlier.
You start lecturing the good word of the Sky Mother to us.
Oh no, I'm not that far along yet.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Oh
We
man,
feel it.
that's very good. Cool. So, are we returning to the Grass Colossus?
So, the big reason that we would have gone there in the first place is because I was looking for black gold, but I have revealed my background to you because
Yeah.
you are close friends. And
Yeah,
I
let's
felt
talk about that. Let's role play that for a second, right? Like, or maybe,
Yeah.
right. So like you're all gathered around the campfire, breaking meat with one another. Herodotus is
Except
saying no
me.
thanks. I'm good. And this is the time you come somewhat clean.
I feel the discussion ends up being something along the lines of, so we're headed back to the Grass Colossus, right? And they look at me and I'm like, actually, I have no use of that anymore. I am looking for something else.
What do you
What is that?
Yeah,
what do you
Met with-
seek, Vesh?
met with complete silence,
We're just eating.
which is perfect. It's totally fine. They're like, yeah, okay, whatever. What, I'll let you finish.
What secret do you hide in your beard from us?
I am looking for something that we have never seen before, because we don't even know it exists. I'm looking for something from the ancient times in the ruins,
Ancient times.
something
Sure.
historical.
Can I suggest something?
Yes,
Dark crystal.
absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe the eye of the serpent of the stars and the suns.
That seems pretty
Yeah.
good. I'm worried about accepting it, but it seems pretty good.
Yep.
I do see on the map there is a serpent stone nearby.
Yeah.
Might those be related?
You've heard that if you go that direction, it is vaguely that area.
Yes,
this
I am
was sort of
looking
your
for the
plan
eye
the
of
whole
the
time.
serpent.
Yeah.
And so we must needs turn the exact opposite direction of where we were going to head.
I like how quickly we change our entire direction. Like, okay.
All right. Well,
Oh, see,
we'll meander the other way.
I didn't reveal my secret plot until the last possible moment. See, all the other ways we were going the right direction for my final plan all along, so I didn't need to push on it.
Nice.
Yeah, I kind of hope like we were like 3 days into traveling towards the Serpent Stone. Then we're like, wait, why is the sun in the wrong place of the sky? Wait a second.
So everybody, there's been a change in plans. Yeah. And you're just like very blasé about very camp counselor-y about it.
Totally.
No, okay. Cool. So then instead we're going to go and go down this way.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're changing it, Vesh, do you think that you're probably on duty for the luck roll this time?
I think I'm on duty anyways, even if I wasn't. So
Okay. Well, it's very apropos.
I will take it either way. Bam, bam, and there we go. My monstrous charisma here. Hey, sad. Sad, but not entirely unexpected.
This is what you get for keeping secrets.
That's right. I think it's the snake turned its eye on me.
Yeah. No. As you all are resting, the following evening, in the patches of, the white grasses of the steppes here, you hear munching coming from around you, like in the grass, masticating sounds.
Nice soundtrack. I mean, we're only a little worried. How much does it sound like multiple creatures or just one?
Multiple.
And
many
big
mouths.
or small? Like,
Hard
is
to
it high
tell.
pitched or low pitched?
It's a cacophony of chomping.
Here's the deal.
Like almost like a bunch of bugs right around you. So it's just that sort of like low, like.
What's the deal, Amberta?
A lot of large creatures, particularly predators and scavengers, you can scare away by making loud noises. However, sounds of bugs eating? They're going to think we're saying hello. I think we either need to try to hide our scent from the bugs, or we need to make loud noises, assuming it's another kind of predator. Regardless, one or the other might hurt us.
I mean, I'm still glowing from UV radiation, so I'm not sure if we're going to be able to hide too much of our presence.
You're your own bug zapper.
Can you roll a d6 for that? You've been glowing for a while. Let's see if you're still glowing.
You think? Oh, are you sure?
Yeah. I mean, you're giving up. You have a half-life.
I kind of like it.
You're good. You're still glowing. Yeah.
All right.
If you ever roll a 1 or a 2, then it will go away.
Good
whenever
to know.
I ask. Okay, like an ability die.
So I think, we might be able to spook this thing out. If it thinks something big and noisy's coming.
There's no
How do you scare
silhouettes
bears
of
away IRL? I've done that.
There's no silhouettes of great beasts or anything around. Just that low chomp 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 sound coming from the grasses all around you. The grasses are like knee-thigh height,
We're getting raided by Katie Face.
Oh, Katie! Hey, everybody!
So, okay. So if you want to take a defensive position, I'll try to spook this thing out as I get my shield and my sword ready. And I'm going to start banging, doing the traditional summoning wandering monsters.
I instinctively look to duck behind the cart and remember that it's not a
cart. There's only a donkey to duck behind.
We need a ghost of the cart. Follows this ghost cart. All right, let's try to smoke the monster out. We'll spook the monster out.
Mm-hmm. So, it sounds like an intimidation check, right? So probably charisma.
Yeah.
Unless there's something else that you can rely on, that you want to try here. It's probably charisma.
Probably charisma. It's more of a performance thing.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. The only other thing I could think is maybe wisdom. I know that this is a creature that is spooked by noises.
Right. And it's your intuition.
But I succeeded.
Perfect.
Wow.
Okay, so you succeed at scaring the monster, if it was able to be scared. Instead,
you say that. Immune to fear. Immune to fear.
I know.
You can feel
what you see instead is that the grasses that you are laying on are currently entangling two things, and you have to act quickly here. The grasses are entangling Nabadari, and your meat supplies. What do you save?
The donkey.
This is the
The
misfortune.
donkey is meat supplies. So
I mean, it's a walking meat supply.
Yeah, it's
Hey!
in an emergency. I promise I'm not going to do
Carnivorous
Nevidari.
grasses.
Yeah, all right. So we're saving the donkey.
Of course. Okay. There's no roll needed here. You just have to give up the bison meat if you want to avoid it.
We're the good guys.
I want to try to save the meat.
Sure. Okay. Then to do both, then yes. I'm glad you're like, screw you, Eric, and your choices. I can
just
fight
thinking
this.
the exact same
Yes.
thing.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, because it's one of those things. It's like we can save the donkey if we got to save one.
Yeah.
But if it's a roll to get in with like my sword and fight the carnivorous grasses,
Yeah.
maybe I lose an arm, maybe I die, but at least I save the food.
I don't have any cutting blades. You're on your own.
Cutting blades is my specialty. I unsheath light bait and I call out with
Kobayashi Maru this situation.
yeah.
Exactly. Yep. I play role-playing games. Love it. Okay. So you're gonna lash out with your sword?
Somehow I don't
Yeah.
think Captain Kirk was lashing out with his sword till like. Pretty sure that's not canon.
I
You
succeeded.
succeed with a 6. Awesome. Okay. Yes.
Wow.
Deal
So
2d8 damage to it if it's a damage thing.
that's that's enough to kill the carnivorous classes. You cut them down to size.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. You were able to save both.
I make a wig out of the carnivorous grass remnants
Yeah.
because I'm bald now.
Nice.
Yes. You're able to save both. And then it cries out as it dies. It goes, woo! And then you hear the sounds of similar, like, woo, 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 echoing through the ash white grasses around you. And you can see that, like, almost patches of the grass. It's not wind that's flowing. It's like the grass itself is moving. And these carnivorous roaming grass beds disperse away from their killers because you're not easy prey.
Oh, they couldn't
Oh.
sense
There's
fear.
multiple.
They can still run like
Yeah.
cowards.
But you can see them in the night as like they sort of like flicker off whatever remaining light you have. There's like little darkened seas of these things moving around. And then you get a shiver. You know you're immune to fear. But
I
yeah.
hate this grass.
Yep. It's not. You thought it was normal grass.
Cold.
It was
That's
normal
all.
grass when you sat down.
I love it. This is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Carnivorous grass. That is, yeah, that's gonna be my nightmares. Thanks.
Yeah.
Just don't camp.
Yeah. You have a yard.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a yard. I have to mow that thing. Like, yeah, the next time I'm gonna be out there, all that grass is gonna be waiting for revenge.
Well, if it yips and whips, then you're in trouble. Okay.
I like how that rhymes. It sounds like it should be advice for something. If it yips and whips,
You better dip.
Yips, you better do.
Yep, that's an old traveler proverb. Awesome. Anyways, nothing else really to note on the way towards the Serpent Stone. This is still the long stretch of this ash white grass. It just continues on and on and on. Similar to the Long Ridge, right? This is just, it's boring, frankly. You know, it's just hills, like very gently sloped hills of just roaming grass. Not too much to see. What do you guys do to occupy the time? How does each of you stave off boredom?
grudges. Yeah, like I think in addition to like looking at the book, I just recite grudges. It's like epic poetry or something.
Yeah. Okay. I love that. There's no wrong answer here. I'm just curious about what it kind of looks like for each of you.
Vesh has an old dwarven song, the one that he sang a couple of sessions ago, I think.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think
and it takes like an hour to
yeah.
sing the whole thing. So
I think what this looks like is that it's the many days and nights of the traveling, and so every time we stop to camp, it's you guys take turns leading sort of like the entertainment for the night, and so this is your nightly entertainment. Like the first one's reading from the painted Book of Grudges. Like I imagine it's like Shakespearean, it's like art thou kind of thing, right? From
I imagine
Herodotus.
everybody else kind of zoning out, like
just boring, very Baroque, like.
Vesh is totally interested.
Umberta has 2 traveling games that she plays. The first one is 3 blue creatures, and I play it with the other party members. The first person to see 3 blue creatures wins. So we call when we've seen something blue out there while traveling. The second one we play is 3/3 of a ghost, which we each name a letter from the alphabet, because that's where you would find letters. And if you complete a word, like you have to take turns saying letters. If you complete a word, you get 1/3 of the ghost. You get 3/3, you're out. And then you have to be working towards a real word. So it's one of these little time passing games that we play. So if you start with a P and then he says an E, and then someone has an A, they're out because P is a word. It's a food. So yeah, so we play. Those are the 2 things. So Umberta has these little traveling games. She's a mom. She knows how to come up with traveling games.
As long as it's not the inappropriate kind of P.
No. Just a bodily function.
She knew it was safe. She knew it was safe as long as it wasn't the inappropriate one.
Yeah.
Cool. So, love it. The first night, then we arrive. Is one of the first telltale signs of arriving around the Serpent Stones. There is a gentle stone marker, cyber yellow in color, sticking up out of the grass in front of you. It's about 5.5 feet tall. It looks to be like a sharp spike inside of this. Imagine almost like a mineral, or like like a crusty toenail sticking out from that's like been half cut, just jaggedly sticking out. And inside of the stone, there seems to be like a perfect hole drilled in the middle of it, like taken out near the top.
Uh-oh. Is that where my eye went?
I don't know how much you know about what's around here, but you do know this place is home to many a stone marker.
Good place for camp, at least. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think we probably don't touch it or anything like that.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, just ground rules here. No touching the toenail.
Okay. It's cool in its presence. You all are bathed in a gentle, it's like air conditioning kind of being around it from the hot, scorching sun in the middle of the days. So it's very relaxing to be near this place. Do you still sleep near it, or do you go sleep out in the...
I mean, we can be close. Like,
Yeah.
I trust everybody can like be reasonably close and still abide by the no touching rule.
Sure. Okay. Does anybody know what these things are? What these markers are? Or what have an inkling?
In my reading, my secret reading late at night,
Sure.
I might have read something about them.
Sure.
Intelligence?
Yes, that makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah. Maybe no.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, wow.
I've been doing this research for the past like 6 or 7 months.
So this whole place, the Serpent Stones, this whole area is littered with marker stones like these of different colors, shapes, sizes. Different things have different effects. People don't know what they do, and the stones will lie. Like sometimes they'll say the yellow ones give you health, and the other ones are like, yellow ones stole my soul. But don't worry, I got it back in a game of cards. There's different sayings for different ones. But everyone unanimously agrees that in order to know what one does, you must fall asleep near it and psychically connect in your dreams.
Do you want to split the party, folks?
Each sleep near a different one.
Yeah. Or at least
This is the only one in
of us sleep near
invisible
this
area
one.
right now.
Yeah, one of us
Okay.
sleep near this one, and the other 2 sleep far enough away that we don't think it'll bother them.
Yeah, that's probably a good
Exactly.
starting point.
If you're not splitting the party, you're not playing right. That's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Split
Yeah.
cowards.
Let's leave somebody close to it. I volunteer.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you just called us cowards, so now I have to volunteer.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Umberto, little man, prove your. I'm not so little.
All right. So first rock at least.
Yep, the first rock.
Charisma roll or
Mhm.
something else.
No, this is a wisdom roll.
Wisdom.
The attunement energies of these crystals tie directly into what this setting is called the Ba, which is your soul.
You had to provoke me into doing this. Like, this is my worst stat.
Trick
Yeah.
you. You're like,
Okay.
I better do it. I have to do it.
It's one of those
Double dog dare you. You can't
Okay.
can't back out of that.
triple dog.
I can't.
dares.
I can't back out of a dog
No.
dare.
So
With
instead,
no turning back.
let's keep the camera on this failed connection of yours.
Mm-hmm.
In your you're dreaming of the great Decapolitan streets, and then they begin to fade away, and you're almost like jaunted to what looks to be sort of a fractured floating archipelago of like an asteroid belt would kind of look like across an astral sea. In front of you is this stone, this bright yellow toenail looking stone. The grass is all gone away. However, twinkling in the distance are several other of these sort of stones of different shapes around. Like the entire landscape has disappeared into this astral space, except for these stones sort of connecting and forming this sort of psychic webway across. And you think that you can will yourself to jump to another stone through the soul here. However, as soon as you begin to try, you feel like a feedback in your brain, like a splitting headache, and instead, instead of making the jump to the next stone, you don't make the connection, and you fall and you fall and you fall into this astral space, and you're going to take 1d6 points of wisdom damage.
Ooh, what happens if a stat goes to 0?
Yeah, because he's got 4. I believe that means you're done, sir.
I
Probably.
think you lose your soul. Your soul has disappeared into a stone.
Oh yeah, my soul is gone.
Your soul has been trapped into a stone.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Is his body still there next to the
Yeah,
stone?
of course. It's just sleeping.
Do we think it's sleeping or do we think it's dead?
I mean, do you have soul detecting technology? The body is breathing, the mind is there, so you are trapped in your own sort of head in space. So Sage, Herodotus is perpetually falling in the space right now. In your head, everyone else, like outside of your screaming permanent falling, to everyone else, you are just quietly, restfully asleep.
Those are the worst dreams.
You're like have a slight smile on your face as you sleep and dream.
When you lose a character in one of Eric's campaigns, they don't die. You simply lose them to time and space and the laws of reality. It's happened to me 3 times.
I know, you have a horrible luck with you. You and I's track record playing games. I love playing games with you, but it's so brutal. So Herodotus, you were falling through. I cannot believe they put you up to that. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these were, for the record, these were called the side dancer pattern gates. And yeah, they create a sort of like a spatial webway that you can track around the different parts of this area. But that didn't work for you. So
I'm sure it worked fine for you, Amberta. You want to give it a shot? So how long do we wait before we're like, we can't wake this person up?
Amberta,
maybe
someone
you
else
can
is
find.
looking. Yeah. Was it just
Maybe
you?
you can find me.
Were you? Who was the control and who was the experiment?
I wanted to go in, but
Yeah.
especially after egging on, it's one of those things where it's like, look, we're gonna play chicken and see who sleeps next to the stone and who quits and runs away first. Well, apparently, since his soul got sucked out of him.
Do you wake up like after I've fallen asleep and move yourself close enough to the stone as kind of a I'll show you type of thing?
Yeah, we wanted you to wake up all alone and be like, I'm alone. And then like we were gonna laugh at you in the morning. But
But also
instead
that you can be close enough to the stone, right?
Oh, that didn't work.
I see it.
No, I see it.
I see broken image, which is
I see the GIF.
it's potentially a really awesome reference to what happened to Herodotus's brain, but
It was just. I mean, it was just. It was the. Yeah, broken. Yeah, it's also appropriate. I was trying to get a picture of Loki, where I've been
failed.
falling for 30 minutes.
I failed, Eric.
Humberto just has to take a d20 of wisdom damage, and then we could have two deaths.
Similar
Are we
similar
all
picture.
gonna end up falling?
If you fall asleep next to this place, yeah, you become attuned to it, and if you fail your wisdom save here.
Wait, was that a wisdom check? Because
Yeah,
I
it's
did
wisdom.
not roll my wisdom.
Oh yeah, it's
Alright.
wisdom,
I
sir.
may do that. Yeah, it matters.
And no,
1d6 wisdom.
you had advantage.
All right, I lose 5 points. I'm still alive.
Oof.
I mean, I'm still
Again.
alive too. I just don't have a soul.
Oh, you don't.
Who needs those?
That's
Yeah.
like real life.
What does happen when you don't have a soul? Luca, what happens when you don't have a soul? Let's see. I think I know this. So you have a trinity of your soul, your ka, your personality, your ba, and your body, your ha. So this is your ka that's been ripped out from you. I feel like a personality and a body with no soul is something weird.
Yeah.
Just a couple of golems.
Yeah, right? Let's see here. A hero killed by a curse who dies running out of wisdom leaves behind a perfect corpse, which can be easily reanimated into a flesh golem servitor, sometimes called a zombie.
My friends, they're still here.
Yeah.
How easy are we talking? Probably not easy enough for me to do, unfortunately.
It's a perfectly preserved corpse.
Should I go in to try and bring them back, or is there basically no way?
No. They're lost to the spatial psychic energy. It's burned up their soul, basically.
Oh, Herodotus.
Yep. So
Yep.
Herodotus is gone. And then so you wake up. Yeah.
I think we should, once we realize he's a perfectly preserved corpse, we should read his Book of Grudges out loud as a eulogy.
I like it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, then we should probably. I think. Yeah. What do you all? Yeah. So you know that Herodotus is not waking up.
Yeah.
Any theories?
I mean, Umberto went in as well, but they managed to hold on to the remainder of their wisdom. So we at least have a firsthand account, right?
Yeah. Now, here's a question that Sorry to cut you off again. I just thought of
No,
something.
you're good.
Herodotus.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, as you approach the black gates of oblivion, do you think your connection with the Sky Mother could bring you back, or do you think you're gone for good?
I think it's always possible. I'm not sure how.
Would you
No,
become an agent of the Sky Mother?
You come
With
back as a
divine
cleric.
purpose? You would definitely become back as a cleric. You would basically come back as sort of like an angel with a purpose, like a divine servant revenant.
I'm not gonna
or
he's not gonna say no to coming back, I guess is the bottom line. I think he's a hard pragmatist here.
Yeah.
If it gets him back alive, he'll do it.
So So I imagine there's a moment of you falling and you're like, I have no other options. I'm going to try to do the meditation as you're falling, and then I feel like, yeah, you get the connection. But I feel like I'm not just going to give it to you. I feel like there needs to be a
There's
role
got to be
here.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Is this
what kind of role is this?
I mean, when you go through the black gates, you roll plus nothing, right? That's the way
Yeah.
That's the way it's always worked
roll
for me.
d20, but in this game you have to have
a stat to compare it against it? No, let's do 2d6. Let's just do it. Let's just steal it from Dungeon World, a game that you probably never heard of, Sage.
No, I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Nice.
No. Okay.
It's
There-
over.
This is like what happened to Lochloin.
Yep. Sorry, Sage. Fate has
Okay,
determined that is not the case here. Oh my god.
I love games that give that chance. That is perfect.
Whew. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. All right then.
Yeah. He ain't waking up.
Nope.
I think we prop him up against a stone,
Oh, that's perfect.
just sitting there and like holding the Book of Grudges open on his lap.
Oh my god. Does someone carry the
no.
book? Yeah.
Can you leave him in the pose to like pray to the Sky Mother? Like, I wonder if his body could stay alive almost indefinitely, like nurtured by the Sky Mother, just no soul, waiting for a soul that'll never come back.
I'm gonna like anoint you ceremonially with the plague cure reagent that we had acquired. Like some of it, I'm gonna give you some like light anointing that you might be at peace.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, I like that. Okay, cool. Then you probably won't be at risk for possession by ultras. So that's
good
nice.
at least.
Yeah.
But yeah,
They'll just
Thinking
think
there,
about it.
Umberta. Yeah, great thinking.
I don't think we take the book. The book is very much like none of us really know what to do with the book, and it feels like too much responsibility.
Did he have any children? I think we gotta give it back to his people. These grudges last for a dynasty.
Yeah.
I mean, up to you, Umberta.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it upon myself to carry his book back to his people.
Oh my god. So Herodotus falls not too much longer after his partner in crime, Jagular.
Mm-hmm.
Jagular.
So using the phrase "falls not too long" is kind of the wrong one to use here.
Sure. Yeah. Yes. Oof.
The infinite fall.
Yes, the infinite fall. I can't believe that would kill you. That's amazing. Escape.
Yeah, when I jumped at sleeping next to the stone, I didn't quite think it was going to be this big, but that that's the awesome thing.
Yep. Okay, cool. Then I think this is probably a good time to wrap up, because then next time we can come back with a new character.
We're just trying to wrap up on deaths as much as we possibly can.
Yeah, I'll have to figure out what to do next.
Yeah.
Solid.
Dang. Okay. So we'll figure out the secrets of the Serpent Stones next week. So yeah, let's go around the horn, everybody. Do some outros.
Really quick before we do so.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure that we do continue to level up so that some of my stats don't drop to 0.
Yeah.
And I feel like we had a couple of really great experiences, like jokes from the Sky Tower. And while we didn't finish in all of us anyways, we opened our brain to the Serpent Stone. And I feel like that's a pretty good experience. And if we don't start accumulating these experiences, we're never gonna.
Right.
I'm never gonna raise my constitution above 3.
Yeah.
And that would be a sad time.
Yeah. And I do a bad job at telling you what counts as an experience or not.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I think for starters, I would like it if you ask me, hey, does that kind of as an experience? For example, like hunting the bison and stuff, not an experience.
Right.
But for example, specifically, Grant, right? I would count your connection with the Sky Mother, like you climbing the place for sure would have been an experience, and then also you being able to negotiate well with the water and stuff like that's also an experience. Like that's worth 2 for me.
Nice.
Like completing a personal goal, right? Like the idea of climbing the tower and commuting the thing is worth 1 alone, like the experience of the location, and then also like the personal goal is an experience, right?
Cool.
For sure.
Trying to make sure that we wrap it back in.
Yeah, totally. No, this is important stuff. Right?
Because I'm the original party member and I don't want to die yet, so I need to include my stats.
Other things to consider, right? This session we left Fallen Umber. This was the first time we went to the south-facing passage, which is worth it. I think each time you go to a new spot, it's probably worth an experience.
So that's south-facing Long Ridge and Serpent Stone.
Yes. So each of those worth 3 experiences.
Rockin'.
Yeah. Every time you go to a new place. The carnivorous grass is not worth an experience.
No. So that's 5 experience for me this session.
Yeah. Just level up.
7 total.
I think you're
so. I was only 2nd level. Yeah.
Right. I wasn't sure if you were level 2 or 3. Yeah. It's not twice your thing, right? It's equal to. Right, Adam?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just
Level up
yeah.
then. And Adam, you should probably level up as well, right?
I do get it because I have the drinking ambrosial milk at the funeral of Jagular Luxray Meowth as an experience that I have yet to have spent for level up.
Nice. So there's no carousing. But
Well,
there is
no. So we drink one for our lost friend at the Serpent Stone. Remember his cat friend, and it's just kind of a sad echo of the past that we.
Yeah.
All, yeah.
I dig that.
I'm all about reincorporation. That's like my favorite thing in games. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm rocking.
Cool. So then, so we're gonna do the carousing. So, but the thing is that I'm not really sure how you're spending money for this. I feel like we should like. I feel like you just lose the money, like it falls out of your pockets in the wasteland or something.
Something like that.
Or we eat something that's worth that much or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
We
could
use
make
backup
a-
supplies.
We could make a landmark that we were here if we want. If we don't have the money or
totally.
we don't have the supplies, we could take my helmet that I had found and repaired,
Mhm.
and we could make like we'll like stick his hammer into the ground,
Yeah.
mount
Yeah,
my
absolutely.
helmet on it. I'll lose my helmet, so I'll lose something, and that's valuable.
Oh, I like that a lot.
I
Yeah,
think
with
we've
a
got
sign
some.
here.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna
Genius.
put my jade statue of an octopus man on the helmet.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. That's
Mhm.
just a plinth is what we've got here. That's what we've got.
Aw.
And there we
Yeah.
go. And we'll
Okay.
do all the rolling for level up some other time or later or whatever.
I mean, we still have a little bit of time for the
We've got
budget
time, might as
tonight,
well.
so we just
Yeah.
spend it now for it. Right.
Okay. Bam. That increases.
They
a
all
bunch of
increase for you?
stats. Yeah, I believe so.
Wow.
I've got low stats, folks. Low
Roberta's charisma
stats.
does not increase for sure, but maybe.
Everything
Maybe we
else does, it looks like.
Oh yeah, especially your wisdom now that I got dunked on.
Yeah.
You
Hey, good.
got dunked on so bad you lost wisdom. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's a number of experience points equal to your level? Is that what it says in the book?
I'm
So I
looking
could go
at it.
twice.
Yes.
Level two
character would need to share two
Two
experiences.
experiences. Yeah.
Okay.
So you share your experiences with each other. Yeah. Okay. For each experience, you're supposed to roll a d6 on the carousing table, and for each of those you roll.
All right.
A 3 and a 6.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let's say because this is the end of the session.
Those
say-
are great for me, though.
I think it goes to the next session, right?
Okay.
To the end of the start,
Yeah.
until the end of next session.
I appreciate that. I'll take my advantage for charisma tests as my fame.
Fame.
Entirely new background
And you get another background.
because I'm all about a million backgrounds.
Wow.
So, this is awesome. So it's like you're like standing over the little sign with the helmet on it, right? And stuff, and you're like hands in your pocket, and something like, you know that story I told you about what I am? That's not the whole story.
That's right.
I love it. It's like super Western. I love it.
There's more I haven't told you yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's not the whole story.
So I got fame and then drunk and disorderly, and then I rolled, and whatever coins I had remaining, 6 would be gone, and then there's 4 more that'll come out of me.
Oh
And
no.
I've got 4 more for you. I've got a
Okay.
big stack of cash.
Yeah, unless we wanted to count sacrificing my helmet as the carousing stuff, but whatevs.
You know, I think I would allow that. That sounds perfectly fair. Losing a helmet, losing gear.
Yeah.
That's
Awesome.
Yeah,
it feels more fictionally appropriate and stuff too. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
yeah, made into a sign.
I'm glad you suggested that. That's why I love playing with you, man. That's so smart. That's so cool.
And
Yeah.
if it was like a video game, people would be like, "Hey, that's where they got drunk and lost a friend on a
That's
dare."
right.
Right. Do you know what background you got, Adam?
Not yet. Let's roll it.
Yeah, roll it.
I think we rolled the last one, right?
Yeah. Who
which
are
one
you?
is that? Who are you? Yeah.
Mhm.
Greenlander Nomad Herdsman. I am in disguise as a dwarf, but it's been really hard because we're communist in a way, but the Nomad Herdsman. That's why I had the mule. That's why the new mule came to me so easily, because I'm a herdsman. They recognized me, but they needed
It fits so well.
It's all part of my secret plan for the past 6 months.
Oh my god. Yes.
Absolutely. Okay.
Oh my god.
It's a great random roll.
Okay.
That is. Sometimes random rolls are the best. Most of the time. Most cases they are. God, that's so good. Was that the real story or Secrets Revealed?
This one is
Secrets Revealed. It's a 6, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so that's concurrent.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you have 2 backgrounds.
and
active.
if you think this is my last background, oh Havana.
I'm
gonna have a new background next session. That's what's gonna happen.
God, that's so good.
Love
awesome. Anything else in terms of leveling up that anyone else got? That I know, Grant, you are just a weapon of
machine.
war. Yeah.
I have double-digit hit points now, so I'm okay with this.
I need to do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at you, Mr. Look at
I'm the
Mr.
one
Double
that's
hit points
not
over here.
dead. How did I not die? I'm amazed.
Yeah, how are you the one who's still alive?
Vesh is very careful about things.
Yeah.
I played a lot of D&D with people that would kill you, so I'm good at that. I'm writing down that I have fame for
Love
next
it.
session. That's right. It's my turn. I'm up in the what's that movie? The airplane one. Final Destination. In the final
Oh yeah.
it is my turn.
Yep. Oh.
And the music strikes a kind
Very-
of off chord.
Yep. That's a very discordant. Okay.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Accounting out of the way. That's an awesome way to end the session. Again, Herodotus.
Accounting.
Yeah. in your honor. Rest in peace, Herodotus.
It was. I like the fact that he's not technically dead. Actually, that's probably my favorite part of this.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Technically could be freed at some point.
Dead. Yes. Someday in the future.
Will you be the same coming back, falling for eons? We'll see.
Yeah.
Right? Cool. Yeah. So let's go around the horn then.
Yeah, for sure.
Adam.
Yep.
Hey, I'm Adam, and I think this is all Sage's punishment for not coming to some gaming that I held last week. And if he had only come, then the gaming gods would have smiled down upon him after playing a whole bunch of really awesome stuff. But yeah, I play war games. These are all war games behind me. So if you want to talk about war games, hit me up on Twitter at HackerBlinks. Sage, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I'm Sage. You might know me from games like Dungeon World. You can find me on Twitter, old_Fortran, old with an E, of course. Yeah, I have a few things that I've been trying to chip away at, so you may see some new things from me soon. How about you, Grant?
My name is Grant Ellis. I'm the Twitch producer for WebDam's Twitch channel. I produce shows. I'm also a tabletop event director for Gex Convention in Northern Virginia, which is an esports and tabletop RPG convention that has been growing each year. Check us out. June 28th, 29th, and 30th. I'm also a designer, and I design for 2C Gaming, Money Cook Games, Kobold Press, and a few other companies in a variety of systems, not just Dungeons and Dragons. Whatever's fun and piques my interest. You can find me on Twitter at WisePapaGrant. And you, Eric.
Yeah. Grant's got his outros together. Hey, everybody. I'm Eric. I'm EricVulgaris everywhere. Mostly part-time role-playing game streamer, although I'm on many streams these days. Just today, we returned to the Savage Tide in the morning, 5th edition actual play of an old, 10-year-old Paizo adventure path. It's fun. We're getting ready to go into one of the great big mini finales of it with a great big old battle. Let's see. I was on a podcast today as well, talking about arguments and how to argue effectively, and when that shouldn't be your goal, which is very fun.
Which podcast?
It is called the Deadpan Diaries. It's starring two big streamers, Jasmine, or that bronze girl, and Jeff is In Control Robinson. It's on his channel on Tuesdays afternoons, and they invite me over sometimes just to hear me. I still don't know why, but I'm extremely honored to be around such cool people. Then tomorrow, you can find me over at Jesse Cox's channel for the Sunfall cycle, which is currently an ongoing 5th edition D&D campaign. Very like Dark Souls inspired, a lot of like the death repeat cycle, learning more about the world as we go. Love it. Love Steven's mind. He's brilliant. So anyways, that's me for now. More things to follow. Follow me here on Twitter for all the latest announcements and things like that. Wrath and Glory. I started playing Wrath and Glory yesterday. That was super fun. We did a solo session. I'm playing an Imperial Guardsman from Katachan, so I'm basically just Rambo. And I Ramboed through a fortress, killing people with my knife, and it was amazing. All right, so it was a very action movie. I loved it. It felt great. Anyways, that's me now, for sure. Okay, so I'm sorry that we didn't have a session last week. But we should return for more weekly stuff. I love this game so much. Never feeling like uninspired, or you know what I mean? Like, no, this game has been sincerely one of my favorite, dearest games I've ever ran. I'm super honored by all of the guests and all the players so far who've been here week after week. It's amazing, and everyone who tunes in every night when we play. You all like make this so special. All the goofs and all the jests and all the sadness and all the joys that we share together is super special in this game. So thank you all so much, seriously, sincerely. So with that, we're gonna get out of here, and we'll see you all next week, Rainbow Landers. Take care.